Okay. So some theories about
Commerce,
economics.
economics, commerce, yeah, globalization, that
Nice.
thing. Uh-huh.
Awesome. And Anatoly, welcome to class as well. Anatoly, how are
Hello,
you doing?
hello. Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. And Anatoly, what are you going to do today, or what have you done today?
Oh, it was usual working day for me, and now it is evening for me, and only after the class it could be time for sleeping.
Okay, so it'll be bedtime, we could say.
Bedtime.
Uh,
Mm.
okay. And so what did you do today, Anatoly?
I was in my job. Today is Monday, the first day of working week. We usually gather together, have a meeting in that day, and
Nice. Okay.
mhm.
Okay, cool. Um, and Eva, welcome to class as well. Eva, how are you doing? Eva, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Again. Um, again, maybe dropping out and then coming back in. I'm not sure. Hmm. Do you have like maybe a microphone or headphones that you could try? So if you're trying to change the settings of your audio input, so if you go to settings and then you can change the microphone if you have a different microphone or maybe it's, I don't know. Um, so again, participating in the chat box if you want, writing things and stuff. But yeah, sorry, Ava. Wenting, what about you? Welcome to class. How are you doing, Wenting? Wenting, can you hear me? Okay, Wenting, it doesn't look like your audio is working either. Wenting, can you try to say something one more time? Okay, so it doesn't look like your audio is working. Don't be sorry. Sometimes if you leave class and then come back, sometimes I know that happens with me sometimes, but okay. And so let's have, well, I guess we can get started with the class. Hold on, actually, another question. Adela, how long um, are you going to be in France? How long are you going to be in France? I kind of forget. Sorry. Adela? Hmm. I can't hear you either. Can anybody talk? Can you guys hear each other?
Yeah, I can talk. You want?
Okay, yeah,
Yes,
David.
yes, I can.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you and I can talk.
Okay, perfect. And Adela, what about you? Adela, are you still there? Okay. So you can hear me, but I can't hear you, Adela. Eva, what about you? Can you talk? Still nothing? Okay, so maybe just listening. Um, sorry, again, it's really unfortunate, but um, okay, let's get started on today's class. And I think we're talking about traveling today. And so let's have Anatoly. Can you read the title and the next couple of lines?
Mm-hmm. Traveling the world. Today we will learn travel vocabulary, discuss traveling to different countries, talk about how to use public transportation.
Good. And can you repeat different? Different?
Different?
Yeah, that sounded good. We don't usually pronounce that So it's different. One more time,
Different.
Anatoly? Yeah,
Different.
perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Erin, welcome to class. Erin, how are you
Good,
doing?
good morning, everybody. I am fine, and you?
I'm doing well. Nice to see you again. And so, I think that was good. Maybe Anatoly, can you also repeat traveling? Traveling.
Traveling. Traveling.
Nice. Traveling. That was
Traveling.
perfect. And so let's go to the next page. And let's start with Adela. Adela, can you read the title, the directions? And can you ask Carolina the first question?
Okay, discuss the question with your classmate. Carolina, do you like to travel?
Yes, I like to travel.
Okay.
Why?
Well, why do you like? Yeah, thanks, Adela. Okay, Carol.
Well, yes, I like to travel because I know people and I know cities and things that I only see in books or on TV. So I think it's another way to know more people.
Okay, I think it's another way to get to know more people. I think it's another way to get to know more people. Okay. In this sentence, I like to travel because I know people. We need to actually say because I get to know people and cities and things that I only see in books or on TV. And I think that would be a little bit more correct. Does that make sense, Carolina?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So if you say I know people or things, it's like I already know them. So you already have a relationship with these people. But if you're traveling in order to get to know people, it's a little bit different. So it's like kind of a future.
Mm-hmm.
But really good answer. Carolina, can you ask David the next question?
Yes. What is the best place you have traveled to and why did you like it?
Okay. The best place that I remember was San Andres Island. That is an island who is in the Atlantic, yeah, in the Atlantic Ocean, near to Colombia, is also near to Panama. I didn't have the opportunity to travel abroad, but I think San Andres is a good place to visit. It's very the weather is very nice. All the day is sunny, and the most important for traveling is that you can go away or leave the routine, the normal everyday, uh, and know different place and take a relaxed time. Yes.
Okay, nice. So get to know a different place. Again, we get to know something. We wouldn't
Just,
just know it.
just when I said go away from the routine, is that right or is incorrect?
When you said what?
Go away from the routine, is right?
We'd probably say get away from the routine.
Yeah,
Get
I remember.
away.
I get away. Okay.
Yeah. You could also say leave the routine, but
What
you know,
better said to get away or leave?
get away or
Yeah.
leave. Both are pretty much the same.
Oh,
In the Atlantic Ocean, close to Colombia, as well. Instead of near to Colombia, we'd say close to Colombia.
okay, close the door. Yeah.
And then I haven't had, so we'd use the present perfect, haven't had the chance to travel abroad. But awesome, I've heard really good things about San Blas.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. Yeah,
No,
I mean,
it's not San Blas, San Andres.
San Andres, okay. San Andres, another one of those islands in the
Caribbean.
Atlantic. Yeah. Okay. And David, can you ask Erin the next question?
And Erin, what is the worst place you have traveled to? Why and why didn't you like it?
Erin, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you answer the question?
I don't I really don't hear my name.
Oh, that's fine.
Why is the worst place that I have traveling and why? Okay. I think the worst place that I've was uh, a some hotel uh, in the capital in Mexico, DF. Uh, there was a really cheaper hotel, uh, and it was no nice because uh, he has really he was really it was really how do you say, no cleaning, like unhealthy, dirty, yeah.
Yeah. So it was really dirty and unhealthy.
Yeah, but was cheaper, but was not good experience.
Okay. Um, yeah. Nice though. Really good answer. It was a really cheap hotel. If we're using cheaper, so maybe you could say the hostel was cheaper than a hotel. But if it was just a really cheap hotel, we wouldn't use the comparative. So we
Cheap.
just say cheap.
Okay.
Um, really good correction with the pronoun it instead of he. Um, and Mexico City is el DF. Um,
Yeah.
but perfect. Really good answer. Um, awesome. And does anybody have any questions on this page? And Eva, feel free to write about the best or worst place you've traveled to in the chat box, and I can correct your sentence. Okay, and so no questions. Let's go on to the next page, and let's have Adela. Can you read the Can you read the title and the directions, Adela?
Yes, vocabulary. Read the words. Ask about any you don't know.
Good. That sounded great. And can you read the first three words?
Check-in, take-off, and route.
Perfect. Anatoly, can you read the next three words?
Okay. Hostel, hotel, sightseeing.
Perfect. And Carolina, can you read the next three words?
Suitcase, subway, and hitchhike.
Good. And does anybody have any questions about any of these words? Any questions?
Last word,
Yeah.
hitchhike.
Hitchhike. Okay. Can anybody define hitchhike, or can anybody use it in a sentence?
I take no. When I don't have money, I need to do high hike to arrive my house.
Yeah, that's good. So when I don't have money, I need a hitchhike to arrive to my house. Good. And Adela, can you explain a
Explain.
little bit more?
Yes, when you don't have money, it's in the route or in the highway or in the you stay here and with the hand you stopped a car to pick up to another city or another, no, more or less.
Yeah.
I understood. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's when you're maybe in the road, like this person right here, he's hitchhiking, he's standing in the road, asking for a ride somewhere. Really good explanation, Adela. That was perfect. And so, yeah, really good job. Any other questions about any of these words? Any other questions?
Yeah, about suitcase, it's like a room.
A suitcase?
Yeah.
A suitcase is a little bit different. Can anybody explain what a suitcase is?
It is a bag, usually uh, in form of a box.
Yeah, I remember.
Every tourists have two hands and one suitcase in one hand. Not every, but mostly.
Okay, so we could say most tourists.
Most tourists.
Yeah, most tourists have a suitcase. Good. That's exactly right. Really good job. Any other questions on this page?
Yeah, Joshua, take off is when you leave a place. Or
Yeah, is
yeah,
when you leave a place. So it's actually it's become a slang term. So you can say, I think I'm going to take off now. It's like, I think I'm going to leave. It's usually specifically about something. So what's it specifically about rather than just leaving?
I have no idea.
Okay. Does anybody know what takeoff usually means?
To the plane, no? Take off and landing, no?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah. Yeah, the plane takes off and then it lands. So exactly, it just has to do with planes. So the plane takes off, it leaves. For sure, really good job, Adela. And nice job, David. Remember, it can be used as slang for just leave.
Take off is
Okay.
when the airplane elevate to the sky.
Yep, when it goes into the sky. Exactly. Any other questions? Okay, good. Let's go to the next page. And let's try this. Well, no, let's go to the next page. Sorry. Let's try this. And let's start with Carolina. Can you read the first sentence and fill in the blank?
Yes, I got a flat.
Okay, and what's the blank?
I got a flat. I don't know what means flat.
Okay, so flat is when it is like really compressed. So a pancake is flat, but also when something doesn't have air. So like the soccer ball ripped from the broken glass. Now it is flat, so it's without air.
Okay.
Okay. So what word is missing? Which one of these words would fit there?
I got a flat tire.
Yeah, exactly. I got a flat tire. And let's try David. What about the next one?
Yeah, Joshua, sorry, I have a question in the last. Flat is the noun or is the verb? Because flat is also apartment, no?
Flat's an adjective in this case. So it's describing the tire.
But you can use, like, for example, I got a flat reserve, like I got an apartment reserve.
No. You can say to flatten. That would be a verb. It's like that would be to make flat. But in itself, flat is an adjective.
Okay. Maybe in British, I think flat was apartment. Okay.
Oh, yeah. So it'd be a noun, too. Yeah, your flat, your apartment. That's perfect. I didn't even think about that. Yep.
Okay, but if you say I got a flat reserve, can work or doesn't?
If you say what?
I got a reserved flat, works or? doesn't close.
I got, I'm not sure if I understood. I got a something.
I got a reserved flat. I mean apartment.
I got a,
A reserved flat. Flat.
oh, I got a flat reserved.
Yeah, or a reserved flat.
Yeah, it might sound better to say I have reserved a flat, or even just say I reserved. I reserved a flat. It's really slang. It wouldn't sound right if you say I got a flat reserved. It'd be okay maybe in like the south of the U.S. You could say I got a flat reserved, but it's not grammatically correct. But it could work. People would know what you're saying for sure. Good question. Yeah, and David, can you try the next one?
Yeah, sure. This isn't the car I reserved online.
Nice, good job. Erin, what about the next one?
Yeah, I look at my no lock it no
Yeah, and it's locked.
yeah, I locked my keys in the car.
Yeah, locked. So yeah, we don't have the ED sound, it's just the T, locked. But nice job, Erin. Actually, I'm gonna look up something for you for that as well. Those ED endings are tricky, but hold on. And so let's go into Eva, can you type the answer to the next one? What's the answer to the next one, Eva? And so while we're waiting for that, Della, can you try the next one?
I ran out of gas.
Ah, okay. Close. How would you put that? How would you pronounce that? Instead of saying I run out of gas.
Yes, I run out of gas, no? Run?
Close. Ran.
Ran. Okay.
Yeah. That's a hard one. It's got like a nasally sound.
I ran out of gas, right. Okay.
Good. And Eva, I'm not sure. Yeah, ran. Sorry. Eva, do you see the other chat box? So on the left, there are all the applications, and so the chat box that I usually use is the blue one. In the applications, it says chat, and that way we can just keep that one. Anyways, okay, perfect. And so let's try Anatoly. Can you try the next one?
I got into an accident.
Yeah, I got into an accident. Can you repeat accident?
Accident.
Perfect. Nice job. Carolina, what about the next one?
My car is making a lot of noise.
Nice. My car is making a lot of noise. And what about the next one? Where are we? David.
Yeah, sure. My battery is dead.
Yeah, my battery is dead. Perfect. And Erin, that's if you want to copy that in the chat box, I wrote a lot about the ED ending, so we've got that kind of saved.
Oh yeah, I see.
Okay, yeah, so just copy and paste it. It might be something good to look over. Erin, can you try the last sentence?
Yeah, can you give me a jump to start?
Can you give me a what?
A jump?
Yeah, can you give me a jump start?
Jump start.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions on this page?
Yes. What is run out of gas?
Okay. And does anybody know what run out of gas means? What's it mean when you've ran out of gas?
When we forgot, for example, tune off uh, gas, I don't know, equipment, gas battery, not gas box,
Okay.
and a gas is going to go out, run out, in other words.
Okay. Leaks out. So that could be running out
Leaks.
of gas, like propane, when you've got a grill and you forget to turn off the gas and the gas leaks out. This is more with cars. What happens when you run out of gas in your car?
When we don't have gas for continuing riding.
Yeah, to continue driving. So when you don't have gas to continue driving, for sure. That would be it. Does that make sense, David?
Yeah, makes sense now. Thank you.
The same petrol, no?
Yeah, gas, we don't use petrol that much, at least in the US. But
Okay.
yeah, petrol would be gas. And it's short for gasoline. But it's usually gas. Okay, good. And any other questions?
Last one, jump start.
Good. Does anybody know what a jump start is?
Yeah, jump start is when your car, the battery of your car is dead, so you call a friend, and they give you electricity from their battery to your battery, and you can start the car.
Yeah. So when your car battery dies and you get electricity from another car, you hook up your cars with wires and you start your battery.
Yeah,
Or
with
you
the
start your
cables.
car.
You connect
Yeah,
the cables
jumper
and-
cables.
Yeah, jumper cables. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, understood. Thanks.
Perfect. Any other questions? Okay. Really nice work. Let's go to the next. Let's skip this one for now, and let's try the role play. And let's have Erin. Can you play, or can you read this?
Sure. Roleplay. You are a bus driver and tourists want to see the Corcovado statue in Rio de Janeiro, but they pronounce the name incorrectly. Correct them and tell them how to get to the statue.
Good. Nice job. And let's have Adela. Can you read the next one?
You are a tourist, you are asking a bus driver now to get to car with do. He doesn't understand you. Try to explain where you want to go using other words. Sorry, I have short battery in my laptop. I don't know
Okay.
if this is I finish because
Okay.
I think it's cut. Okay.
Okay. That's fine.
Thank
Do you want to start, and we can have Anatoly pick up from where you leave off if your battery dies, or do you want to just leave it be? Okay. Let's have Anatoly. Anatoly, can you play that role then? And Erin,
Yes.
can you play the first role?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hello. Could you help me?
Sure.
I'm a tourist. I'm the first time here. I know about tourist sightseeing here. It calls Corcovado. Can you help me how I can find it?
Sure. Well, I am the driver of this tourist bus, and we can go. Do you mean Corcovado statue in Rio de Janeiro?
I am not sure. I remember only the first letter, C.
Oh, we had a
Could
lot
you
of play with
describe?
C.
Could you describe what is this sizing? How it
Uh,
looks?
I
How
think
does it look? Mhm.
it's the most famous uh, 6 A's in Brazil. There is Jesus Christ with his legs open,
With his arms open.
his arms open.
Yeah.
uh, he subscribed to to a mountain. I think you remember that. Is that what you find for?
Yes, yes, yes. I think I remember. It is like visit card for Brasilia, for Rio de Janeiro, when the planes come to Rio de Janeiro. Uh, Passengers are able to see this statue. Is it right?
Yeah, we let's go to this place.
Oh, thank you very much. Could you please repeat how we can call it?
Uh, Corcovado state.
Corcovado. Okay, okay. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
I am pronouncing by my Spanish. In Spanish, looks like Corcovado. I don't
It's
know
the
in
same.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the same in Portuguese as well, which is lucky.
Okay.
But cool, that was perfect. Really good job, guys. Okay, and does anybody have any questions on this page? Actually, let's try Carolina and David. Can you guys try the same thing?
Okay.
Yeah.
I read the first part, or
Yeah.
okay. You are a bus driver. A tourist went to see the Corcovado state in Rio de Janeiro, but they pronounce the name incorrectly. Correct them and tell them how to get to the state.
Okay. You are a tourist. You are asking a bus driver how to get for what is that?
Corcavido, maybe.
Ah. Okay. And in what language is that? He doesn't understand you. Try to explain where you want to go using other words.
Okay, and David, maybe start out.
Yeah. Hi, bus driver. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I am lost because I want to get to Corvado, but I don't know how to get in. Can
Well,
you
excuse me. Well, the Corcovado is a state that is in the mountain in central Rio de Janeiro. So you can see, because it's a church. No, it's a Christ with the arms open, and it's the most important sign in Brazil.
Okay, but the other Brazilian people are laughing about my pronunciation very bad. Can you help me with that?
I think it's I don't know. I think it's Corcovado, but I don't know in
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah, because the people are laughing me because I said Corvido, Corcavido.
Corcovado. Oh, well,
Right?
I don't know.
Is it right or
I don't know.
you know? Okay. uh, um, what else? um,
Okay, maybe just try to figure out how you get there.
okay. Can you explain me how I can get in the Comado Taru?
Okay, I think you have to go to the center of Janeiro, and you have to hike or walk to the mountain, and It's in the national park. Mm, and I don't know the exactly direction, but it's in Janeiro, in the mountain.
Yeah, I think I am not going to lose. I am going to lose because I think the price is very big, and
Hmm.
I think there is the most high cliff in Janeiro. I think I can get easily here. Here.
Nice. Good job. That was great. Um, yes, there is Eva. So I was gonna point that out, Carolina. It sounded like you said it's a state that's in the middle of Rio. It's remember statue. So it sounds
Statue.
like statue. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, and hopefully that makes sense, Eva. Um, but good. Awesome. Let's go to the next page. And let's have Erin, can you read the comic?
Sure. The comic, read and discussion. Tom, this is Kate from the office. Boy, you are a hard person to reach when you are on vacation.
Good. Nice job. Anatoly, what do you think this means?
Tom, this is Kate from the office. Boy, you are a hard person to reach when you're not. Uh-huh. Somebody calls Tom. And she asked him where is he, where he is now, and she also comments that it is difficult to reach him, but I don't know what is humor here.
Okay, it's hard. It is difficult to reach him. Yeah, so, but you're not sure about the humor. It's okay. Carlos, welcome to class. Carlos, how are you doing?
Hi, fine, fine. Thank you.
Okay, nice. And so, Carolina, what about you? Do you have any ideas why this comic is funny?
Let me read. Alright, Tom, this is Katie from the office. But boy, you are a hard person to reach when you are on vacation. Eh, well, I don't know, maybe. mm, I don't know.
Okay. What about you, David?
It's like a sarcastic or yeah, sarcastic humor, and because the guy is like worried about the call from his maybe his boss, and he's for me he's trying to answer the call with some thing that lives in the ocean. Is I forget the name of the animal.
The shell. And
Shell.
this specifically is like a conch shell.
Yeah, concept. But if I remember, when you put that in your ear, it's like the sound of the ocean.
Hmm.
So it's funny, a little funny.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's maybe part of it. And I think Eva's on the right track with her comment. So she says maybe he didn't want to get it on vacation. So maybe he's on vacation and he didn't want to get this phone call. Erin, can you go more on that route and explain what's happening in this comic?
What happened? I think like this guy is on vacation and sometimes to try to take a caracol to see the ocean, but maybe he get for his boss.
Yeah. And so why is it funny that his boss was calling him on a conch shell? Why do you think it's funny that there's a conch shell in it?
Well, I think it's funny because this is really common when you try to take a vacation. It's always you always get a call for the office because something is not working, and it's almost impossible to try to get away from the work. It's,
Yeah. To get away from. We wouldn't say the work. We'd just say it's almost impossible to get away from work. And
yeah.
that's exactly right. I think that's a great explanation. So it's funny because he's on vacation and he is at the beach and he probably doesn't have his cell phone, and people from work still, manage to get in touch with him. Um, and so it's funny because he's a hard person to get in touch with when he's on vacation. He doesn't want to he doesn't want anybody to get in touch with him. But nice job, Erin. Does everybody understand this? Does everybody kind of get what it's trying to say? Or does anybody
Yes.
have any questions? Okay, perfect. Good, let's go to the next page. And let's have Erin. Can you ask Carlos the first question?
Sure. Carlos, what is the best thing, uh, most interesting looking, most fun that you ever happened to you on your trip?
Mm, well, when I was in the airplane moving from La Paz to DF, I saw in the window of the airplane I saw a rainbow.
Nice. Saw a rainbow in the window of the plane. That's awesome. That'd be a really cool sight. I didn't quite
Yes,
get the other town, but that's really fun. So when you were moving, you saw a rainbow in the window. Um, nice. And Carlos, can you ask Anatoly the same question?
yes. Uh, and Anatoly, what is the best thing, most interesting, luckiest, most fun that has ever happened to you on a trip?
Mm. I remember it is difficult to choose because I think always traveling trips were good for me. Maybe I could high mark last my trip to island Madeira, Portuguese island Madeira. Uh, we found there so interesting nature that colors of that nature stayed in our memories forever.
Okay, nice. Memory.
High market,
Okay,
highlighted.
highlight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
maybe the highlight. Um, and so we wouldn't say two. You could say maybe the highlight was going to the
Mm.
Portuguese island of Madeira, or you could say maybe the highlight was the Portuguese island of Madeira. I think that would be good. Can you read those sentences one more time, Anatoly?
My sentence or
Yeah,
task.
can you read your sentence one more time? The one that's on the board?
I remember it is difficult to choose. I remember pause. I'm thinking in that time. It because it is spoken. It is not grammatically correct. Maybe it is difficult to choose because I always. I think it is always yes, it is grammatically not correct. Because I think traveling is always interesting for tourists.
Okay. Yeah, you could also say because I always think traveling and trips are good for me. Or I think traveling trips are always good for me. Would probably sound a little bit better. So if you just switch the place of always.
Mhm.
But yeah, just small
Maybe I could highlight and not the highlight. I could highlight the Portuguese island of Madeira. The nature was so interesting. The colors of nature stayed in our memories forever.
Nice. Okay. That's really good. So the highlight was the Portuguese island of Madeira. The nature was so interesting, and the colors of nature stayed in our memories forever. Okay, cool. Anatoly, can you ask Carolina the next question?
Mhm. Carolina, it is difficult question. What is the worst thing, scariest, most unlikely that has ever happened to you on a trip?
Okay, and
Okay.
before she starts, hold on one second. Can you repeat happened? Can you repeat
Happened.
happened?
Happened.
Yeah, good. Carlos, actually, I think it was Erin. Can you repeat happened as well?
Me?
Yeah,
Happened?
happened. Yeah,
Happened.
good. And again, that's with the ed endings, which I've put in the chat box again, if any of you are interested in reading that over. But good. And Carolina, can you answer?
Yes. I think the worst thing that has ever happened in one trip for me is occurs in Honduras because I traveled to a jungle in Honduras, and during the travel and that at the plane, one doors opens, and the pilot only say that don't worry, that's occur it's very common to occur, and I was scared, so scared, and this is the worst thing that ever happened.
Wow, that's terrifying. Don't worry. That's really common. That's unbelievable. And
Yeah.
so, how long were the doors open?
No, seconds, but in the air it's like minutes and hours because I is very scared. So
Yeah,
I didn't expect that doors open. So
that sounds like it was terrifying. I cannot imagine. Okay, okay, cool. Wow. And what about you, David? What's the worst thing, the scariest, the most unlucky thing that's ever happened to you on a trip? David, are you still there? Okay, Erin, what about you? What's the worst thing that's ever happened?
What was it? Uh, Last year I went to Real de Catorce. This is mm, how can I say in English? Phantom, mm, like a phantom town. It's okay in English. Phantom town.
A ghost town.
A ghost town. It's like a ghost town. Uh, we took a a stranger kind of car, like a buggy or something like that. We fell down to for the mountain to the desert, and and this stranger car was really crawling. We had a lot of people, um, and I was in the part of of the back in the car, like only getting my hands, and it was scary when we fell down to the mountain, because it looked like very close, and very close, uh, and no without uh, street, like there was no street, there was only a, a rock or something like that.
There was no street or there was no road?
No road, yeah.
Okay, so you fell down a mountain or you drove down a mountain?
Drove down.
Okay. Okay, so when you drove down the mountain on maybe a dirt road?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, that sounds like it'd be kind of frightening. Um, and the border crossing between Peru, Ecuador, called Huaquillas. Yeah, that sounds interesting. I've never heard of that, Eva, but that sounds pretty intense. Okay, and we don't have too much time, so we've got a reading, but I think it's a little bit intense. So let's stick with this for a minute. David, are you back? Are you back, David? No. Okay, so maybe we could actually make some sentences. I think that'd be good. Okay, and so can everybody choose one word and write a sentence in the chat box? So choose a word and write a sentence in the chat box using that word. So like, at 7. Oh. So like that. So just write a sentence in the chat box using one of these words. Nice. Good job, Carlos. And so while we're waiting for everybody else, Carlos, can you read your sentence?
The airplane take off very early in the morning.
Nice. And so this is a little bit different. So if we want to use the present tense, the airplane is third person. How would we change the verb?
Takes off.
Yeah, your airplane takes off very early in the morning. And that'd be perfect. Can you read the whole sentence one more time?
The airplane takes off very early in the morning.
Yeah, very early. Good job. And let's have Anatoly. Can you read your sentence?
It is a question. Do you like to travel hitchhike?
Okay, this is good. We'd use a preposition and we'd make this a gerund. How would we change this?
Do you like to travel at, in, on?
Not
A
quite.
hitchhike riding, driving.
Close. So we need to make so it's a little bit different. Does anybody know how we'd help him out with this? Okay, so we'd say, do you like to travel by hitchhiking?
Yes, by hitchhike.
Yeah. Or do you like,
Okay.
yeah, do you like to travel by hitchhiking? That'd be good. And Erin, the hotel was amazing. Was amazing view to the ocean. Erin, can you read your sentence as well?
Sure. The hotel was an amazing view to the ocean.
Okay, we wouldn't use was. So we need to use a different verb and an article.
The hotel had
Yeah, what's the article too?
an amazing.
Yeah, the hotel had an amazing view to the ocean. Perfect, really good job. And Carolina, can you read your... Oh, actually, so we're just out of time. Does anybody have any questions before we finish up? Any last questions?
Yeah, Joshua, my sentence is okay in the chat.
Yeah, I enjoy a lot of the sightseeing. So I enjoy a lot of the sights. I enjoy a lot of the sightseeing of Corcovado statue. I see it. The verb before hitchhiking. The verb before hitchhike. Do. No, so we wouldn't have a verb before hitchhike. So it's just you like to travel by hitchhiking. And do is an auxiliary verb, so it's used to form questions. David, I enjoy a lot of the sites near Corcovado statue. I enjoy a lot of the sites near Corcovado statue, or I enjoy sightseeing near Corcovado statue.
Yeah.
Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Corcovado statue. And I took my suitcase and started traveling without any route. That's good, Eva. And I hitchhike during my last travel. Okay, and Carolina, we just make hitchhike the past tense. So I hitchhiked during my last trip because I ran out of gas. So I hitchhiked during my last trip because I ran out of gas. And so again, really good work. Hopefully I'll see you guys all again soon, and have a really great day. Or evening, depending.
Thank you, Joshua.
Thank you very much.
Bye, guys.
Bye.